Mississippi State we were really concerned because of how hard they play and their offense. And uh, they had some exotics that we were concerned about on third down. And I know they had a couple of D linemen out today as well, but I think Coach Levy's done a wonderful job with their program, and we got fortunate with turnovers. Obviously, we gave them one. I think they gave us maybe 4 or 5. And so I'm proud of the team. Really proud of our offensive line. Thought they played exceptional. Taylor Green, Braylon Russell. Defensively, we've got to fix some things. We lost contain on some bubbles that we've got to get fixed. But our kids played really hard, and to come on the road and to win like we did, but to win like we did is really, really special. And locker room was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Sam, 0 for 7 on third down, but you win by 33.
Yeah,
Can you explain, is there any explanation for that?
I think the other plays were really good. I think, first down and second down, if we scored whatever we scored, them other ones must have been exceptional,
And fourth.
I did not know that. But now I do know a couple times, I told Bobby that we had 2 plays. And so I know, at least a couple of them we were running it to get it a little bit closer.
So what opened up so well offensively today? Like you get the ball on your 25 and you be on their side of the field 1 or 2 plays later.
Well, I just think, the game a lot of times is about matchups, and so you look at it and you go, okay, so-and-so beat so-and-so by this many points. So we ought to be able, doesn't work that way. It's how you match up with people. Our offensive line matched up extremely well with their defensive line. And we thought that was going to be a major advantage for us. And it turned out that it was. The first drive we tried to establish that we gave it to Russell twice, and then Taylor ran it in from maybe the 6 or 5 or something like that. And it was all 3 runs, and we were trying to establish our physicality. We felt like we matched up really good there. So I don't know if I answered your question, but
Yeah, there was a few plays in the second quarter where Hudson Clark tackles the tight end inside the 1. They reviewed it. And then in the next sequence, they get down there and the guy goes out and throws the ball. I mean, how big were those 2 deals inside the
well, they were huge. And then if you look at it down there, we stop them maybe that's what you're talking about. Stop them on the half-inch, half-yard line, and then Braylon breaks the next one for 60. There were so many times when that game could have been different, because here they're scoring, the guy throws it in the stands. Now they're back to 16, they don't score. And so there was a lot of, I thought we kept our composure really well in all those situations. And we talk all the time about turnovers, playing smart, and make somebody else try to catch us with effort. I really felt like we won all 3 of those today.
How did Braylon Russell handle this week, leading up when we did, had that meeting with him and told him he would be doing more? How did he handle that? And then obviously a big day for him.
He doesn't say a whole lot, my meeting with him was more that, hey, I got confidence in you and I want you, we've got a good relationship, but I wanted him to know as a head coach thought a lot of him and that I was excited for him to take over. And he, he didn't say a whole lot. I asked him last night, I said, hey man, don't make me look like a fool. I started running my mouth and then of course in the locker room, he said, I don't think I made you look like a fool, did I, coach? I said, no, I appreciate you for that. But he's a really good kid and had a hell of a game.
Coach, the got pressure on Van Buren all day today.
Yeah.
Be something I was talking about that. Also, you mentioned I think they were in the red zone 4 times in the first half, only came out with 10 points, especially that one series where I think we got stopped on 4 running plays in a row.
Yeah, David, I was really concerned at half that we would keep scoring. you know, because we needed to, because we had stopped them because of turnovers. But if we don't get the turnover, we were having a hard time. And, we took the opening kickoff and I think we're up 21 at half, and I knew we could get to a 4-score game. This is 4th and 2, kicked the field goal. How about that? He made every one of them. And, went up 24, but you're 100% right. We just had a hard time without the turnovers, and we've got to get a lot better. And I think it's a lot about leverage. We lost contain on bubbles, and we didn't tackle well. We got a whole group of defensive guys that want to play a lot better than what we did, but we'll take those turnovers and we'll look forward to next week. But our guys, they're well coached, they're great kids. We just didn't quite tackle as good or keep leverage like we normally do.
What do you think of Kudus' start today, going with him, and then especially when he was, pulling and going to the outside, how important was that?
Very, I didn't notice his guy in the backfield. They had a couple of D linemen out, actually maybe two or three. But I think Kudus, I think the bye and the LSU week, and then I think we put him in there about when it was about time for him to do that, and I'll have to watch the tape, but when he was pulling, he was knocking, he was doing good.
Coach, you've been saying that got a very good football team. One more win and we get to see Larry. How important is next week now?
It's important, trust me, it's important. That'd be 4 out of 5 years that we've got a bowl invite, and so that's important. That's not the ultimate goal, but it's important that we reach that number for our kids to experience everything in what the SEC, postseason play is important. And obviously last year was the first time we didn't have that we had opportunity, we didn't take advantage of it. But yes, it's important, and I've never been to a bad bowl game, so we're gonna try to get to one, and that's not the goal. It's next week's goal.
Taylor didn't run a ton last week, so I'm thinking he's feeling better because some of his runs in the first half were really big.
Yeah, thank you.
But
Last week, we weren't gonna run him. He wasn't ready. And we weren't gonna tell LSU that, but we weren't gonna run him. He wasn't ready. We felt like he was really healthy, and let's go see what we can do.
Did you have an idea the tight ends would get so loose today? I mean, the 4th and 1 and a lot of plays.
The fourth down play, I had an idea. I hoped that he did, because he was the only receiver available. And Luke sold it really well. The O-line did, and of course Taylor and big man Braylon. But the last touchdown, I think, was Luke's, and I'm just glad to see him catching the ball, more. It's not like we didn't try to throw it to him earlier, just we're establishing some more weapons. I think they double covered Andrew a lot today, and he had a great attitude about it, did some really good things, but said at halftime with Andrew, I said, hey, we're gonna get you the ball, and it wasn't because he was down. He said, hey, coach, I don't care. We're moving it, whatever it is. So he got a great attitude too. But you asked him about Luke, and it's glad to see him catching and have success, because he's blocked well all year.
So your second win at an opponent's home stadium this season.
Yeah.
What is it about playing so well on the road this year?
I wish I could, obviously I wish I had that answer. I'm glad we played well on the road, I think anytime you have a really tight knit group of kids together and you talk about, we're gonna take U-74, these coaches, athletic director, Kyle, and we're gonna take Slick and our 2 badass police officers, and we're gonna take them. I think there's a family feel to that, and it's like us against everybody. It's really cool. It's really neat. Our kids believe in that, and I think that's why they play hey, let's play for each other, play for who's there. And our fans that were here today were really cool because there's only ones left there at the end, so it's fun.
Coach Jordan Anthony scoring a touchdown.
Yeah, wasn't that something?
Yeah, his first of the season in his home state. I mean, that was big for him, right?
Yeah, he reminded me of that, right when we were coming off the field, finally got me one, coach. But man, that was a throw now. That was a throw. And, that's what he needs. Cause he's got all the tools. He's fast. He's all those things. Need a little bit of confidence. Hopefully that'll get him going a little bit more.
We saw Russell walking off the field pretty good. I mean, did he just?
Oh, I think he run out of gas. I don't know that. I think his hamstring's fine. I think he may have.
On the tight end question, Foster Austin had his first catch.
Wasn't that something?
Career touchdown.
I love that kid. He's such a good kid and he loves the Hogs, I'll tell you that. And he's gonna get better and better too. I know he had to miss a few weeks, but really proud of him too.
Is this kind of a glimpse of what Taylor can be when he's not, under
Yes.
so much duress, and how much
Th-
confidence? can
That's
he
the guy that I've seen since he got here. Yes, and yes, if we can play better around him, the guy's incredible, I think. Like I said before, I wouldn't trade him for anybody. And, yes,
Coach, appreciate you.
thanks, guys. Where's my next one? Is it downstairs?
Yeah.